Hello there, and welcome to the world of Pokemon. My name is Professor Jacob, and thank you so much for attending this lecture on Pokemon biology. Joining me in the classroom today is, of course, my wonderful teaching assistant, Mr. Curtis. Mr. Curtis, if you could please say hello to everybody.
You called me wonderful?
Yeah, I feel like I always do that.
I'm so excited.
I've really settled down into a set intro that I do for these lessons, and it's been the same for, 50 lessons now.
Let me just say, I'm so excited. I'm going to be the best assistant to your teaching today you could possibly imagine.
Wow,
Everything that I normally do, I'm going to turn it up by 10. That's what's going to come.
All right, I fully
I'll be
expect
ready.
to see that in play. I am calling your bluff right now.
Okay,
I don't think you're
good.
going to do it.
Mhm.
But I look forward to seeing how you attempt that. Also, joining us in the classroom today is our trainer in training, of course, young Corbin. If you could please say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Okay, that's enough, Corbin.
Hey,
Professor, please continue with the
this
list.
is my time.
Nope.
Hey,
I am taking
hello.
locking down on the class today. I am the assistant.
No. All of my fellow students and fans worldwide want to hear what I have to say as former class
Fans?
president.
No, you are not the president.
Wow. Yeah,
I
are
said
student?
former. I said
The
former.
professor called roll. You said I'm here, and then that was it. Let's go.
I know. I'm guessing he had something real funny to say. So I kinda
No.
wanna hear that.
Just it wasn't a funny thing. It was a factual thing.
I
You
bet that
said
was hilarious.
that you've had the same intro for 50 lessons. That is not the case. It's
Okay.
been much longer. It's been 133.
No, that's not true.
Ah.
I used to listen. Back in the early days, I used to mix it up.
Right. Back in the early days.
But now I found if I try to mix it up, I say the wrong things. So I just keep it
Can't
straightforward.
keep doing that.
Yeah.
No.
No.
Of course. Of course.
Plus, I like to imagine that all the virtual students say it along with me.
Oh, that's very sweet. Yeah.
Like a
Kind
fun
of like
little
a
class ritual.
yeah, or a cult or something. Yeah.
And hello to all you virtual students.
Hi, virtual student. Hold on. Let's do like like those little kid shows. Hold on. You guys, anybody listening, you have to say it back. Okay. Here we go. Hi, virtual students.
No, that's unacceptable.
Well, hello.
No,
How are
Mr.
you
Curtis,
today?
it's like the kids show. You have to leave like a
You have to
long
leave a
moment of
blank. You have to leave
silence, because this is the part where the audience is responding and we're pretending like we can hear them.
All right. Here we go. Let me do it one more time.
Okay.
Hi, virtual students.
Hi, Professor.
No,
No,
God,
Curtis. No, you're
dang
ruining it,
it.
Curtis. You're ruining it.
I'm so sorry.
Hi, virtual students. Kevin, talking to you. Say hi back.
Kevin.
Good job. Good boy. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you. Appreciate that. Stephanie. All right. That's good. Thank you. Anyways, how is everyone doing? Which Pokemon are we learning about today? Say it with me. Rowlet. Very good.
Decidueye. Oh.
Joking aside, does anybody know what Pokemon we're talking about today? It's not Rowlet. We already made that joke. Now, this is much like Pikachu. This is another quote unquote fan favorite. If there are Pokemon fans out there, we know there are.
Oh, I'm a fan. Are you a fan, Mr. Curtis? I'm a fan.
I like a cup. If it's a bug type Pokemon, then it's.
Well, that's a shocker. First time I'm hearing about that.
That is weird.
So I think today's Pokemon is.
Oh wait, we should read it.
wait.
We should read emails first.
Oh, okay. You gonna leave me hanging?
Yeah,
Sounds
you know
good?
what? So in fact, the Gmail that we have today is actually kind of linked to what Pokemon we're talking about. So
No kidding.
so keep that on the tip of your tongue, Corbin. All right.
Sure.
So this Gmail we got says, "Hello, Professor Jacob. I am Ash Ketchum." That's right, guys.
What?
We got a Gmail from
We
the
landed?
Ash Ketchum.
Ash Ketchum.
Can we get
Yes.
him? Can we get him on in the
Woo!
class to talk
Maybe.
to us? Ash,
Well,
oh my
they
God,
go
I'm a
on
huge
to
fan.
say, one of your best students. I listen to every lesson and do the pub quiz. Well, we don't do pub quiz. We do pop quizzes. I do
haven't,
sometimes.
Mr. Curtis.
What? Go on.
I was just gonna say, Mr. Curtis, have we had a quiz at a pub? I think we've had them all in the classroom. If I remember
Yeah,
correctly,
I mean
right?
they've mostly been here, but you know what? Look, Ash is a busy man. He's a champion now. Okay, he's
Yeah.
got Pokemon to fight and in competitions
with his bare
so
fists.
That's
His
right.
bare fists. Wait, Ash fights kids?
Pokemon.
No, Pokemon. He fights.
Oh,
Pokemon.
he bear fights Pokemon with his bare hands?
He bear fights Pokemon with his bare
Well, like
hands.
bear fight, it's implied with bare hands, bare
Yeah, well,
okay.
we all know you're saying BARE because BEAR
Right, exactly.
isn't a thing.
No, that's not even a word.
Yeah.
So, I don't understand. Ash is fighting a Pokemon with his bare hands?
That's what Mr. Curtis says, and whatever Mr.
Yes.
Curtis says is true.
That's not.
Oh,
okay.
please! I am nowhere near
Um,
your level, Professor.
But Mr. Ketchum, we do pop quizzes. I know sometimes I say words really, really fast, so maybe I can understand you thinking I was saying pub quiz, but it's a pop quiz.
Yes.
And then he goes on to ask, when are you going to talk about the Eevee evolutions? I want that so much. Well, I think we all do, because Eevee is, a fan favorite Pokemon.
Oh.
So maybe soon we'll be talking about Eevee and its evolutions.
Okay.
But thank you, Mr. Ketchum. It was excellent.
Is that really
hearing you.
Ash Ketchum that sent that? Are you sure?
Of course they-
Corbin, hey, shh, Corbin, come over here, Okay,
What?
listen.
What?
We can't. This is a big thing for the professor. We can't let him know that was a scam. Okay.
Wait, it was a scam? Are you sure?
That wasn't the real Ash Ketchum.
How do you know that?
I mean,
Yeah, how do you know that, Mr. Curtis?
Whoa, hey, Professor! Whoa!
You said come over here and then shuffled Corbin closer to my desk. Like I can hear you very
Yeah, that wasn't smart. Why did you
I'm
do
sorry.
that?
It's very
It's a
obvious.
comfort-
You got louder on the recording device because the recording device is on my desk.
Right, naturally.
I'm sorry. This is a comfort space for me, so I was
So
just
what? You're saying that this is a scam?
I Professor, I'm sorry. I didn't want to tell you, but
Well,
that's
wait,
not
what's
the
the
real.
what's the email address say? Wait, that doesn't say Ash. That's not Ash Ketchum. Oh, you've been bamboozled, Professor.
Dang it,
This is
again.
a lie.
Once again, but you can't lie on, like, they say that their name is Ash Ketchum. They can't lie on the internet,
Well, it
right?
says on the email address their name is Judges. Am I mispronouncing that?
I think it's Gee. I think it's pronounced Gee. I don't know. It's Gijs.
Please tell us if we pronounced your name wrong. Thanks.
Well, their name is Ash Ketchum, and I'm sure I pronounced that correctly.
I don't know. Unless this is Ash's burner email, I think this is a scam.
Well, he needs a
Mr.
burner
Curtis?
email because he's so famous and popular.
Well, I mean,
And we did just give it out, so congratulations.
well, Mr. Curtis, I think you're correct on this one.
Well,
Looks fishy.
Ash, go ahead and send us another Gmail if you are the Ash Ketchum or not.
Hey, if you're the real Ash Ketchum, then you got to go get a newspaper and take a picture in front of it, and you're going to hold up 3 fingers and write the word Porygon on the front, and then take a picture.
Well,
of
no.
yourself.
Take a selfie with you and Pikachu. Yeah.
Yeah.
okay,
let's see
but
that.
anybody can find a selfie of Ash Ketchum with Pikachu on the internet, Corbin. We need something
but not
specific.
if they're holding a 3 pieces of paper with the word Porygon.
I know. Well, that's why I'm saying that's why your thing makes sense, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, okay.
But Corbin's
Send
doesn't.
a selfie with you and Pikachu, and you have to be crossing your eyes. Pikachu has to be holding up one finger, and you have to be upside down.
He has to be taunting Raichu with his finger because we all remember Raichus don't have fingers.
All right.
Anyways, thank you so much, Ash, for sending that Gmail in. I think we should
Not
move
Ash.
on to the full the real Ash. We think we should move on to the full lesson now. Regarding that email, remembering what they said in that email, what Pokemon are we talking about this week?
Evolution.
Evolution, which is Eevee's older brother, Lucian.
Wait, no, it's got to be one of the evolutions, right? Because that's what he said. That's what this faker said in his email. It's talk about the Eevee evolutions, right? So is it Vaporeon this week?
No,
it's
well,
definitely going to be Sylveon. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, a wise
Before
choice.
we can talk about the evolutions, I think it stands to reason that we need to talk about, the pre-evolution of the evolutions first. And have we done that yet? Corbin.
No, I mean, but Pokemon doesn't go. The Pokédex doesn't go in order. We've already established this.
Well, that's true. This time it does, because this week we're learning about Eevee, which is known as the evolution Pokemon.
Wow. Okay. Nice.
Yeah, so, So a lot of these entries say that Eevee is rare, but I mean, I feel like Eevees are pretty common. I've definitely seen them all over the place. I assume you guys have as well.
Oh yeah, for sure. I've seen a few old men have them at the park.
They're pretty popular as a Pokemon for people who are just starting out, you know?
Or old men at the park.
Or
yeah,
that,
I mean,
guess.
low maintenance Pokemon. Okay, well, I mean, so we've all seen one, but I'm still gonna go ahead and throw one out so we can talk about it here in class. So here is an Eevee.
Whoa, what a little cutie patootie.
Look how fuzzy their little necks are with the little poof they have.
Oh,
Yeah.
I love the poof. The poof is my hello poof.
And they're just so friendly, too. So look, let's already going up to Corbin and nuzzling his leg.
Hi,
Oh,
my
my
God. I'm just
gosh.
gonna take you home.
What
You're
a strapping young lad you are.
Oh, what a
So cute.
beautiful
Just a
Pokemon.
big burly boy.
Oh, well, what are we gonna name this big burly boy? How about we name? Is there a Patreon person we haven't named a Pokemon after yet?
Well, you know, I am osmosing from the universe, okay? Forget Patreon. My inner connection says this one is the name for this Eevee is of course Vespa. That is what we are.
Well, that's a coincidence because that's one of our Patreon supporters.
It makes sense because there's most of the letters in Eevee are also in Vespa.
I know, right? I mean, this is just
Hey.
fate colliding. This is
Oh, Vespa, hi! You're such a good little baby.
That's
Hello.
So we already described Vespa's little, poofy neck. Do we have anything else about Vespa that stands out?
Vespa also has a very poofy tail.
Mhm.
Yes, definitely. Kind of like a paintbrush, honestly.
Mhm.
Right. It's like a little paintbrush. Beautiful eyes, brown, just chocolate eyes, and these long, little, thin, slender ears that are really cute. And it's got these tiny little baby pad feet, little paws.
I sense as I pet Vespa here, I sense a level of instability in its entity.
Huh?
You know what I'm saying?
What? What
Like-
are you talking about?
You
Like,
might
it
be
just doesn't-
projecting, Mr. Curtis.
It just doesn't know what it wants to do. Okay, and it seems like it's just looking for a slot to fit in, so to speak.
I think it's pretty obvious what it wants. I think it just wants more pets. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Yeah.
Well, Mr. Curtis may be hitting on something on the genetic level of Eevee, or because there's a couple of words that I'm going to say today just over and over and over again, and one of those words is genetic code. So, or I guess phrase. It's 2 words, not 1 word. I'll be saying genetic code just so many times today.
Just a couple times.
Just a couple
Just a
times.
few.
So yeah, and we'll learn what that means and what that has to do with Eevee. But I think for now, it's time we put Vest back into the Pokeball.
Okay. Bye, Vespa.
All right.
Oh, I miss him
maybe-
so much.
Maybe we'll see Eevee again later on in the lesson. I might have a little something special planned for us regarding.
Is it finally time for me to get my first Pokemon?
not quite, but something like that. Maybe we'll see. Oh no, he's frozen up. He heard the possibility of
Wake up!
maybe getting
sorry,
a Pokemon,
sorry.
and he just
Stop it! Stop!
Stay
Stop
awake.
it.
This is
Don't need to
class.
do that.
Okay,
I just got excited.
I'm staying on top of you as the teaching assistant.
Get
today.
off
please
me.
get off. Please stop being on top of Corey.
That's all right.
You're
Okay,
crushing him. Can't you see you're crushing him?
I'm so sorry. All right.
All right. Okay, please. Thank you. Just the idea of me getting my first Pokemon is just it's so soon. It's sooner than I anticipated.
Well, it's not that. That's not happening. So get that out of your brain. I said it's something similar to that.
Okay.
Kind of like it's a test, if you will. But we'll talk more about that later on.
No, not a quiz.
I
For
can't wait for the quiz.
Yes, we all can't wait for the quiz. So, but let's get started reading some of these Pokedex entries, starting, of course, in the Kanto region. Like every single entry in the Kanto region, it starts off with, its genetic code is irregular. It may mutate if it is exposed to radiation from evolution stones.
Oh, hey, Mr. Curtis, you weren't exactly wrong there.
Well, I mean, it's just a general instability in Vest is what I was sensing. I mean, is it a genetic thing, an emotional thing? I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Well, I mean, going by the Pokedex entries, it is a genetic thing. It's
Okay.
I think emotionally,
quote unquote irregular.
Well, I am pretty good at genetics, so I mean.
Well, I mean, not really, because they're all abominations. You and your Spinarak hybrid colony or whatever it is you're building in the world.
didn't
Yeah,
bring
but
up
that's
the
the thing.
Spinarak
He's
system.
trying to build abominations, so he's doing really well.
Right.
That's true. That's true.
All right. The next entry says its genetic code is unstable, so it could evolve in a variety of ways. There are only a few alive.
Huh?
There are
What?
only a few alive.
Well, things must have changed a little bit since that was written.
Probably. A lot of these Kanto entries are pretty old.
Yeah, they're pretty common now.
And let's be honest, it's pretty easy to, bring back endangered Pokemon.
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Because even if they do fully die, all we gotta do is take their bones and put them into a machine, and then it just pops the Pokemon out.
I mean, honestly, you're simplifying it a little bit, but yeah.
I just drop it off of my uncle's daycare center upstate, and I drive around on my bicycle for a couple hours, and I come back, and there's just a whole pile of them.
A whole pile, huh?
That is true. That is how it works. Who would have guessed that having a daycare is an integral part of the Pokemon life cycle? Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Not me.
Well, look, here we are. All right, the next entry says its genetic code is irregular. It evolves into 3 kinds of Pokemon when exposed to the radiation of elemental stones.
Ooh.
Oh.
Yeah, so we learned some interesting things from Kanto. First of all, it says, it evolves into 3 kinds of Pokemon. We've actually found that that's a low number. Now we know that it evolves into a lot more Pokemon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, it states that, so the reason that evolution stones, evolve Pokemon is because of the radiation that they emit, which is pretty interesting,
Okay.
I think.
All right.
Huh.
So that means
okay.
that there's some kind of, energy signature that Pokemon, respond to. So if we could just analyze those signatures coming off of the evolution stones, right? I mean, we don't even need those stones anymore. Just shoot them with that, energy signature, and boom, we got a Pokemon, an evolved Pokemon.
Well, I'm sure there's been scientists out there that have done that, right?
There's a number of professors that study evolution, but who knows?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like these items, and there's a lot more items than just stones that evolve Pokemon.
Right.
Sometimes
Sure.
just a block of steel is enough to evolve a Pokemon.
Sure, yeah, sometimes.
Or a moonstone.
I'm sorry, Mr. Curtis. It sounds like you were about to list something off there.
Well, it's just like a moonstone.
Yes.
Is there any other stones?
Okay, so it was a list of one thing.
Yeah. I mean, how many items do you need to have for it to be a list?
More than one.
I would say at least 2, preferably 3.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry, Professor. I'll work on that. I'm sorry. I'm letting you down.
Yeah, you said you were going to be 10 times what you normally are.
10 times the assistant.
Uh-huh.
Anyways, the last entry from the Kanto region says an extremely rare Pokemon that may evolve in a number of different ways depending on stimuli. I mean, that's true. It may not evolve. Maybe you just want to keep it as an Eevee, and who wouldn't? It is very, very cute. All right, that does it for the Kanto region. Moving on to the Johto region. The first one says it has the ability to alter the composition of its body to suit its surrounding environment.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah, so it can alter. It makes it sound like it can just alter its own body composition at will.
Yeah, before when it was like exposed to the stones, it made it sound like it was like something it couldn't control. Now it sounds like it is, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm not sure that's the case. The next entry says its irregularly configured DNA is affected by its surroundings. It evolves if its environment changes. So I feel like that's more correct. I feel like if it just responds to, you know, stimuli from the environment, and not that it can do it at will. Because if it could do it at will, then it would be a Ditto.
Right. So, well, a Ditto's not evolving; it's transforming. So there's a difference. But with this,
okay, sure.
So is the stone? I think the stone. What's happening is it's all environmental. The stone is giving off radiation that affects the immediate environment around the Eevee, which causes it to evolve. Does that make sense?
I don't think so.
But can't Eevee evolve without a stone? Like, what causes the Eevee to evolve when there's not a stone involved?
It's still environmental.
Mostly love.
The power of love.
Well, that's part of the environment. You could put love out in the environment.
Sure. Yeah, I mean,
my love is certainly radioactive.
Well, I mean, that could be an essay question in and of itself. Like, you know, putting love out into the environment, like good vibes, positive energy. That positive energy could cause the Eevee to evolve.
I mean, we have documented evidence that you know, that love, it does make a lot of different Pokemon evolve. I mean, it'll make a Pichu evolve into a Pikachu. It'll make a lot of baby Pokemon evolve into into other Pokemon.
I heard a Golbat will turn into a Crobat, perhaps, if enough love is given.
Yeah, that one's always been weird to me.
Well, because people don't love Zubat and the Golbat, so I mean, like, you know, you got to give them some love.
Bats need love too.
Well, I'm not saying you shouldn't love your Zubat. I'm just saying that it's kind of weird.
Sounds like you're saying that. It sounds like
Corbin, don't put words in the professor's mouth.
I'm not saying that, but I believe it.
Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Never mind. You can put those words in his mouth.
So yeah. So I mean, plenty of different things make up an environment, right? It's not just, you know, the nature and stuff. It could also just be the feelings and the vibes that they get, and I think that, you know, certainly evolution stones do provide a major change to the environment from the radiation that they give off.
Right.
And so that can affect the Eevee. And then also, you know, things that are harder to perceive, like, you know, love beams, I guess. I don't know. Love particles that are
love beams
that are created when you love something really hard.
I wish my dad gave me some love beams before he left.
Well, I mean, it looked like Mr. Mime really loved you, Corbin.
He's not my dad. The Mr. Mime that lives in my house is not my dad. He's not my dad, okay?
I mean, but he treated you like his son.
Well, that's
he always makes your lunch for you.
I mean, that's his thing. That's not, I don't ask that, okay?
Also, you do have very, very big hands with weird pads on them.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right. Those are calluses, all right? Number one. And number two, let's not make fun of my overly large hands, okay?
Okay, just saying. You have some Mr. Mime-esque qualities.
Mm-hmm.
Settle down. He's not my father.
Also, the giant bald spot in the middle of your head is...
I do not have a bald spot. He tried cutting my hair.
It is pretty shiny up there, Corbin.
He tried cutting my hair this week, and he messed up. Okay, he thinks it's funny. I don't.
Oh, classic. Dude, dads that's just such a dad thing to do.
Well, good thing he's not my dad.
All right, the next entry and the last entry from the Johto region says, its ability to evolve into many forms allows it to adapt smoothly and perfectly to any environment.
That makes sense. Yeah, it's
so
flexible.
like,
yeah.
A volcano? Probably.
Well, I don't know about all that. No.
Maybe. Space? I think so.
Well, okay. I think it's got to be able to breathe. I think that's a bit of a stretch.
Well, I mean, what is breathing, really, if you think about it?
That.
It's not as vital as everyone thinks. I mean,
yeah.
Well, I mean, for a Pokemon that has lungs, yeah, maybe like for a Gengar, you could chuck a Gengar out in space. It's fine. It's not gonna matter. But like an Eevee, yeah, it'll die.
I don't think so. I think it could. I think it could adapt to that environment. It'd have to do it pretty quick though, but I think it could.
Let's not find out.
Moving into the Hoenn region, the first entry says
we are.
Well, yep. Pack your bags, Corbin. The Saffron City Learning Center is moving to Mauville.
The
it's-
Mauville City Learning. It doesn't roll off the tongue.
No, it's still going to be called the Saffron City Learning Center. It's really going to confuse
That's
a lot
confusing.
of people.
Well, shucks. That's weird. Okay.
No, of course I meant we're going to start reading the Hoenn Pokedex entries now, Corbin. Come on. Act like you've been to a class before.
Well, it's like the way you worded it.
How would you like me to word it?
I don't know. I don't care.
Yeah,
Just
Corbin.
continue.
How
Yeah,
would you like
come on,
this
Corbin.
professor to
Would you
teach
like to
his
be-
class?
Yeah, would you
Huh?
like to be a professor,
Huh?
Corbin?
Ha!
No, I'd like to be a trainer.
Yeah. Yeah, that's also pretty funny.
Was that a Pidgey?
It did sound
No,
like a
that was
Pidgey.
me.
Ah!
It's getting exciting.
Is that a
I'm
Pidgey
sorry.
shooting a hyper beam?
Maybe.
Well, I don't
With
know.
the hyper
what-
beam,
It's
it can't take it, so the hyper beam just blows up the Pidgey and it just dies instantly.
Oh my God.
That's a horrible analogy. I don't condone the killing of any Pokemon.
Can you imagine if you had like a Pidgey
Mhm.
and like somebody behind
Yes.
your back taught it hyper beam?
Mhm.
And like you Pidgey is just one day it's like on your shoulder or something, or it's like flying around, and it's like sitting there and it starts to go like, and you're like, oh my God, Pidgey, what's the
Oh my
matter?
God.
What's the matter, Pidgey? And then all of a sudden, hyper beam just blasts out of its beak
But it blows up in the
and
process.
shoots the Pidgey backwards into a tree
And then,
because equal and
Professor,
opposite
don't
force.
please.
oh,
It just tears the Pidgey apart from the inside.
what a wonderful picture for our students at home.
I expect to see fan drawings of that.
Fans. Oh, I told you I had fans.
Wait, did I even finish? I didn't even read the first one from Hoenn. Jeez.
Oops.
All right, the first entry from Hoenn says, Eevee has an unstable genetic makeup that suddenly mutates due to the environment in which it lives. Radiation from various stones causes this Pokemon to evolve. Yep, we know that.
More of the same. Yeah, a little
Yep.
repetitive.
And that's actually the only entry from the Hoenn region. There's another one here, but it's like pretty much exactly the same. It's just worded slightly differently.
Come on, Birch.
But that does it for the Hoenn region. Moving on to the Sinnoh region, there's actually a decent amount of entries here. The first one says a rare Pokemon that adapts to harsh environments by taking on different evolutionary forms. Yeah, checks out.
Right.
Checks out.
Okay.
Mhm.
Okay. Yeah.
So
Kinda
harsh
do that.
environments like space.
Well. Okay. I don't know about it would evolve into a space Eevee.
I mean, the surface of the sun.
Or there would be a ghost Eevee.
Probably. I mean, that works. The next entry from the Sinnoh region says, because its genetic makeup is irregular, it quickly changes its form due to a variety of causes. Yeah, they just kind of just threw it out the window. We're just like, I don't know, just make it different. The next one says it is a rare Pokemon that adapts to harsh environments by changing its appearance and capabilities when it evolves. Now,
Huh.
that is kind of what every Pokemon does when it evolves.
Yeah. Right.
Right.
Changes its appearance and capabilities. I feel like that is the hallmark of evolution. In fact, I feel like, that's a requirement for evolution.
Right.
Okay. All right.
I said right.
Corbin is giving me hand signals to move on to the next one.
Come on.
Let's
Let's go, Professor.
Put those hands down.
So I guess he's ready to go. Put those hands out. You're going to catch these hands.
Oh, hey, settle down.
I got. Hey,
all right.
I got hands over here for you.
Moving on to the Unova region. That's right. We have an entry from the Unova region. It says,
Woohoo!
wow. Oh man, it's the class is so excited. It's hard to keep them all calm. It's Jesus, uproarious applause.
Woo!
Woo! Please, the rioting needs to stop. All right, now it's starting to sound like hoot hoots
Hey,
and knocked owls.
Sorry.
no riding in class, everybody. This is class time.
Okay. The only entry from the Unova region says, thanks to its unstable genetic makeup, this special Pokemon conceals many different possible evolutions.
Yeah.
It's just a special little guy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it's
Is-
special. I mean, listen, Vespa looked very special to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that was a very special Eevee
It was. I really liked it.
because it was getting all of the love particles.
Oh, it might evolve. Bring it back out.
No, we have another entry to read. And it comes to us from the Alola region because, of course, Kalos didn't write anything.
Kalos, you suck.
Agreed. All right. The first entry from the Alola region says, possessing an unbalanced and unstable genetic makeup, it conceals many possible evolutions. We are pretty much already read something like that. The next entry says, current studies show it can evolve into an incredible 8 different species of Pokemon.
Well, hey, yo,
8.
that's cool.
Yeah, that's
8.
I
I
was
was
pretty
going to
good.
ask. That's 8.
How
That's
many?
a
How many in the
lot.
Kanto region did we say it could evolve into?
Can I get a 9?
What?
I mean, maybe there's some regions out there that have the exact environments that allow Eevee to evolve into another type, another. evolution.
A bug one would be great.
A bug Eevee would kind of be disgusting. I don't know.
I
about
think that would be pretty.
I-
I think out of all of them, that would be the worst one.
I think I'd step on that one. You know?
Then I think it would be the best one.
Kill it as quick. Put it out of its misery. Honestly, we'll be doing it a
Burn it.
favor.
Light it on fire.
You know what? If I get an Eevee, I could take it home. I'll expose it to raw bug energy. Just really slather it.
Benergy is what we call it.
Benergy, yes.
Just
yes,
real
yes, yes.
slather it in some Spinnerack. You know what I'm saying?
Please don't
So-
slather Pokemon in Spinnerack.
I mean, if
Come on.
any Eevee could turn into a bug type Eevee, it's gonna be the Eevee that I catch. So just wait. After I'm done creating the Super Spinnerack, I am gonna make the bug type Eevee.
We need to contact the Officer Jennies and have them round up all the Eevees in the area and keep them away from Mr. Curtis.
No, you fool! Then you'll be putting them all into one single location for him to rob more easily.
That's
I
right.
didn't think of that. That's
I'm
true.
gonna get all of the Eevees in the area.
You fell directly into his trap, Corbin.
Curses.
I can't wait. I'm gonna have a whole army of bug type Eevees to go along with my Super
That
Spinnerack.
honestly, that's where I check out. I'm done. Launch me into space. See if I evolve.
Yeah, if any Pokemon deserves to be extinct, it's bug type Eevee,
Yep, that's fair.
and that can go on a
Don't
T-shirt.
say
I don't even care. Quote me on
That's the best evolution.
it. All right.
I don't know about that one. Sorry.
Okay, fine. Well, luckily you aren't the class president anymore, so you have no say over what T-shirts get made.
That's right. Be quiet and sit your butt
okay.
down.
It's already okay.
All right, so the next one says, the question of why only Eevee has such unstable genes has not been solved.
Nope. After all these years.
Yeah, I mean, in fact, we haven't even described what unstable genes really even means.
Mm-hmm.
No.
We keep telling Eevee to get a belt, but to keep those genes a little bit more stable.
Oh man, Professor, that is rich.
Thank you, comedy genius right here. But so, what was the reason that Ditto could transform into like anything?
It has the genetic makeup of like every Pokemon.
Well, I mean, what did it say exactly? I mean, it can copy an enemy's genetic code, right?
Right.
Would that not, make it seem like Ditto's genetic code is extremely unstable?
I mean,
You know what? Actually, I would say that it means that Ditto has perfect control over its genetic code.
Well, that's okay. You answered your own question.
that's good. I like that, Professor.
Yeah.
I was gonna say the same.
So it's kind of like unintuitive, but I think out of all the Pokemon, Ditto has the most stable genetic code.
That would track.
It's like a muscle for Ditto.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But Eevee's is like, slopping all over the place. It just cannot control its genetic code.
Like a puddle of pink goo.
His genes be slopping all over.
Sloppy genes. Good old you know what? I've changed my mind. I want to rename our Eevee Sloppy Jeans.
Sloppy jeans.
This might come as a surprise, but I think I like Vespa better than Sloppy Jeans.
I know. I like sloppy jeans, Professor.
Yeah, give Sloppy
No,
Jeans
it's
a
already
little
named.
room to breathe, Corbin, and I think you'll come to love it a lot more.
Yes.
No, I think we've already named it. I think you should continue.
All in favor of renaming Vespa to sloppy jeans?
No.
All opposed?
Me. Hi. I.
All right, I think the eyes have it. So good old
There you
Sloppy
go.
Jeans is gonna...
Good old sloppy jeans.
All right,
Awful.
the next entry from the Alola region says, its genes are easily influenced by its surroundings. So, like, sometimes it spills mustard on them or something. Guys, I cannot get off this idea of it being, like, pants genes instead of, genetic stuff.
Right.
Right. That's fair.
Thank you. Its genes are easily influenced by its surroundings. Even its face starts to look like that of its trainer.
What?
Hey.
Which, horrifying, by the way.
That is disgusting, and I'm going to vomit.
Okay, well, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, do you really
It's
hate
just
your
disgusting.
face that much, Corbin?
Well, it's just no. It's not that I hate my face. It's just the. I'm so ugly.
Oh,
no, but for real though, like, sorry, I'm getting
Unlocked
no, but for
some-
real though,
some
like
memories.
picturing a human face on like a tiny little Eevee is just haunting to me.
I mean, it kind of already has a human face.
No,
It's got two eyes. It's got a mouth. What else do you need
that
to
doesn't
be a
make it
face?
human.
It's got long, pointy ears like us humans do.
No, we don't
Right,
have
see,
those.
just like these here.
Whoa, my goodness. Those...
What on earth, Mr. Curtis?
Oh, wait, no. They're just prosthetics he made out of spinner rag
That's
web.
right. I just was trying to make sloppy jeans not feel not feel uncomfortable about
That's kind of like a double negative. You could just say feel comfortable.
I would want them to not feel uncomfortable about how long and pointy their ears are.
I followed that.
Makes sense. Wordsmith, Mr. Curtis over here making beautiful sentences.
I'm just pounding away with those words.
Please stop pounding. Please, I beg you.
Only if you ask nicely, Professor.
Moving on to the... actually, there's nothing new in the Galar region, so I'm not moving on to the Galar region. Instead, I have this ancient text here. Let me blow the dust off. Jeez, sorry.
Oh,
Bless
God
you,
bless you.
bless
God
you,
bless.
bless
Hey,
you.
Corbs,
I haven't
hey,
looked at this
What?
for
hey,
decades.
bless
What?
the professor.
I
Bless the
just
professor.
said bless you 3 times.
Okay.
Bless you.
Good.
Oh, now that he said it a 4th time, it cancels out all the previous times.
All right, you better say it again, Corbin.
Bless you.
Thank you.
That's good.
All right, so
Sure.
this ancient text, of course, comes to us from the Hisui region. It says, harbors the potential to evolve into manifold forms. Within Eevee lies the key to the mysteries of Pokemon evolution. I'm certain of it.
Interesting.
yeah.
Manifold forms.
So I guess the professor back then was just kind of like just writing down any kind of thoughts that he had in his head as he was...
Yeah, we've already confirmed that the text from Hisui is kind of more like a diary.
It really is. But I mean, it's like kind of like the first like real Pokedex. So there wasn't any, hard and fast rules. But I guess there aren't really any hard and fast rules now. I mean, we put things like folk tales and we say things that we haven't confirmed, but just apparently true into Pokedex entries.
Right. I mean, where are the standards today?
Honestly, you know what? I think there needs to be some more standards for the Pokedex entries, what we're allowing into the National Pokedex. But I just read them. I have no say over what happens.
That's all you do.
Mm-hmm.
And of course I teach the future generation of Pokemon trainers. So I feel like that's a pretty important job.
Yes. You are.
It is.
One might say you are the most important professor.
Thank you.
Well,
you know what? I would
that's a
agree. I would agree. In fact, that's what I say to myself
No.
in the mirror every morning when I wake up to prepare myself for the day.
I wouldn't say that. That's too
You
much.
are the most important professor. I don't care what all those other professors say about you.
Where would the future of this world be without their future generation?
Exactly. All right, moving on to the next region, we have an entry here from the Lentor region. It says that it's said that Eevee have unique genes that harbor a wide range of evolutionary potential. Perhaps the Eevee native to the Lentor region have also been influenced by the different environments on each island.
That makes
Huh.
sense.
Yeah,
That's okay.
again,
Because they do have some wildly varying environments in the Lentil region.
they do. Yeah, they definitely do. I mean, maybe there's some unique evolutions out there. Maybe the bug type evolution is out there, Mr. Curtis.
I'm packing up.
Oh.
I'm going today.
No.
Let's go.
No.
He has to find it. So begins Mr. Curtis's long quest to find the bug Eevee.
Find or make. I mean,
It'd be called like Buggeon, right? That'd be the name of the Eevee.
sure. If that's what you want to call it, Professor, you're the authority. Buggeon. I'm writing it down right now.
Buggeon. I don't know. Insection maybe.
Mm-hmm.
Section.
Okay.
How about Creepy Crawlyon?
Was it on what?
That's the name.
Oh, okay, I see. All right, so that does it for the regional entries for Eevee. I also have some unique entries. The first one comes to us from Ash's Pokedex, as it always does, and maybe we could ask Ash about this since he's sending us Gmails now.
No,
since we're all good friends with Ash.
No, that was a fake. That was a scam emailer.
You have no proof. You have no evidence.
Gosh, I can't argue with the professor, but it's just not. It's not practical.
He's torn. All right, so this entry says Eevee, the evolution Pokemon. It has the potential to evolve into any one of 3 different Pokemon.
Or 8, like the region said.
3 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
The next entry also comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. It says Eevee evolves into one of 3 Pokemon. Again, wrong. Depending on what stone is used on it. Using a Fire Stone will yield a Flareon, the Flame Pokemon. A Water Stone yields Vaporeon, the Bubble Jet Pokemon.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
A Thunderstone yields Jolteon, the Lightning Pokemon.
Sure.
That tracks.
Yeah, so that's, I guess, kind of like a little preview of what's going to be coming up in the next few weeks of what Pokemon.
Oh,
so
a teaser,
if you will, an amuse-bouche.
If you will.
I have been teased today.
Appetizer.
I feel teased.
Yeah.
Mr. Curtis, are you teased?
Appetizer.
All right then.
He's just saying appetizer over and over again.
Appetizer.
Do it again, Mr. Curtis.
Appetizer.
He's melting again.
All
right, the next entry comes to us from Dawn's Pokedex. It says, Eevee, the evolution Pokemon. Eevee is a unique Pokemon that can adapt to its environment by changing its form and abilities when evolving. Again, that is the least unique part about Eevee. In fact, any Pokemon that can evolve, changes its form and abilities when it evolves.
Right,
Yes,
right. Again,
yes.
we know this.
Mm-hmm.
So, listen, I will say Eevee is a unique Pokemon, but it's not because it changes its form and abilities when evolving. It's because of just the amount of different variety it can change into when it evolves.
Right.
The next entry comes to us from Ash's Pokedex. That's right, a 3rd time Ash saw an Eevee,
Woo.
didn't know what it was, and pulled out his Pokedex.
Ash gets around.
Makes sense.
Yeah, and has a very short memory. So it says, Eevee, the evolution Pokemon, depending on circumstances, Eevee can evolve into many forms. Wow, extremely vague. Thank you, Ash's Pokedex. Moving on to the next one, it's Serena's Pokedex. Man, everybody found this Pokemon, guys. Not that rare, is it?
Everybody.
Eevee, the evolution Pokemon. Eevee is rarely seen. It can adapt to severe habitats by evolving, changing its capabilities and form. Wow, how unique.
How unique, indeed.
The next entry comes to us from a Rotom Pokedex, unnamed, who the owner of this Rotom Pokedex is. It says, Eevee, the evolution Pokemon, a normal type. Eevee can evolve into many different Pokemon.
Right.
Par for the course.
And the next unique entry, that's right, there's another one.
Woo!
It says, this one comes to us from Chloe's Rotom phone. I don't know who Chloe is. I've never heard of a Chloe.
Who's that?
I don't know, but apparently they have a Rotom phone. It says, Eevee, the evolution Pokemon, a normal type. Because of its unstable DNA, Eevee possesses a wide variety of evolutionary possibilities hidden inside.
Right.
See, I told you there was an inherent instability.
We know this, Mr. Curtis.
I think that hidden inside all of us is a variety of evolutionary possibilities.
Or we're all unstable.
Oh, I thought for certain you were going to say instability hidden inside.
Yeah, that's what I said. We're all unstable on the inside. Now that's a t-shirt. Put an Eevee on it and have it say underneath in text, we're all unstable on the inside.
I'm going through my unstable phase, my unstable era, or
that's actually pretty good too.
Yeah, you think so?
Yeah, I like that one.
All right, get working on it, Portia. Portia also makes all of our merch.
We don't have any merch.
Yeah, because she's a lazy worker.
Right, exactly.
I'm
Portia.
kidding, Portia. I know you're listening to this. You're great. You do a lot of excellent work editing these lessons. Please don't.
Portia is the Porygon that edits the lessons. Yes.
Please don't edit in funny fart noises over my voice because I said mean things about you.
Yeah, if you do that, I'm gonna take away your super disc or whatever it's called.
Yeah, you've heard him. He's going to take away your super disc.
A dubious disc. That's what it's called.
Yeah, your super disc, your dubious disc, whatever it is. That does it for the regional or the Pokedex entries on the regular form of Eevee. However, Eevee has a Gigantamax form,
Ayo.
which makes sense. I mean, if it's impacted by its environment, I fully imagine it would be susceptible to the Gigantamax energy. So I actually, I don't have, after the Gengar incident, we can't really Mega Evolve, not Mega Evolve,
right.
Gigantamax Pokemon here in class, but I do have an artist's rendition of what that might look like. So here you go. Here's one for you, Corbin. Here's one for you, Mr. Curtis.
Oh, thank you. Wow.
Thank you, Professor. I'm going to put it up on the wall. Thank you.
Well, I didn't draw it. It's
Gold. Hey, Professor. Gold star.
You know what?
Right
I'm
here
taking
for
that
you.
gold star.
Wow.
I need that today. I need a little pick me up.
Yes.
So go ahead and describe.
I could use one too.
Shut up, Corbin.
I could use one.
Shut up.
No.
Let's describe this Gigantamax Eevee. Anybody want to take a swing at it?
It's even fluffier than before.
That is true.
It's like take the fluffiness and multiply it by 20.
Yeah, its fluffiness factor has increased by multiple magnitudes.
Right.
And that reminds me.
It's just basically a much bigger Eevee with more fluff.
It's, honestly, yes.
I would venture to say that it's even gigantic,
To the max.
It's pretty large. Right, to the max. And it's got like this, the mane around its neck is very, very huge now. So much that it can't even see its feet.
So I think, this reminds me of something that we should be doing for all these Pokemon. What's the huggability score of an Eevee? Regular Eevee, not Gigantamax.
Oh, 14.
Right. On a scale from 3 to 14.
14. Look at it.
Corbin,
Beautiful.
I feel as though
Fluffy.
you trend high on a lot of your huggability. You trend towards extremes.
I need a hug so bad.
Aw, Corbin, I can give you a hug if you want.
Oh, please. No.
I would hug you, but your
All right.
giant Mr. Mime hands freak me out.
They're not. Okay. All right.
I get the visual appeal of the Eevee, but it just doesn't have a hard carapace, which is what
You're an idiot.
is really important when it comes to huggability.
Yet. It doesn't have a hard carapace yet.
So on a scale from Magmar to Spinarak, which is our 3 to 14, I'm going to give this one an 8. So
That's fair.
Okay.
That's fair. Curtis likes a solid surface to hug
yeah,
against.
I mean, it's cute, but does it really have the hard exoskeleton shell
That's the best
to
part.
get
that
a
it
really
doesn't.
good hug? That's the question.
No, well, I can answer it. No, it doesn't. But
see,
I
there
would
you go.
also give it a 14. I know I kind of made fun of Corbin for trending high, but I think this is an extremely huggable Pokemon.
All right.
In fact, it could, even if it's not the most huggable, it can adapt to being the most huggable if it's in an environment where it gets hugs frequently. So
Yeah, for sure.
Although, you know what? Actually, I'm gonna drop it down to 13 just because if it has my own face, it's gonna weird me out a little bit.
That's
true.
okay. That's fair.
True.
But beyond that, I think it's fine. All right, that does it. Oh wait, no, I didn't even read the. Jeez, I didn't even read the entries.
Silly.
All right, give me back the artist's rendition. I need to return these back to the library. All right, thank you. All right, so these entries, of course, come to us from the Galar region. The first one says, Gigantamax energy has upped the fluffiness of the fur around Eevee's neck. The fur will envelop a foe, capturing its body and captivating its mind.
Ooh, wow.
So
Mind
you get
control.
lost in a forest of Eevee fluff.
Yeah, you'll get stuck in there and you'll be like, is this all of reality?
Yeah.
Has there ever been anything but Eevee fluff? Is the universe entirely composed of Eevee fluff?
Something to think about.
Yeah. The next
This is
entry.
my life now.
and
Just
the last-
Eevee fluff.
It's Eevee fluff all the way down. It's Eevee fluff on top of Eevee fluff. All right, the last entry says, Having gotten even friendlier and more innocent, Eevee tries to play with anyone around, only to end up crushing them with its immense body.
Oh.
Woo! See, this
Wow.
is why you can't trust an Eevee.
Well, okay.
Stick with your bug Pokemon. Nobody would be crushing you.
It doesn't mean any ill will. It's just, it's just trying to play.
And the phrase having gotten even friendlier and more innocent almost kind of sounds like a really nice way of saying it got really stupid.
Well, that's a little harsh.
I mean, I don't know. It crushes people accidentally with its immense body. So many people have died to Eevees. Gigantamax Eevees, of course.
It's a real shame, honestly,
I
in the
know.
Galar region.
I know. So we actually have an essay here for Eevee, so I'm going to go ahead and read that now. It comes to us from a virtual student, Zach. They say, Eevee is a small, quadrupedal, light brown, furry little guy or gal. Speaking of the male and female, the tail of a male... Oh, that rhymes. They could, it's like they're doing the poem, huh?
Oh.
It's not a rap, so it's fine. The tail of a male has sharper lines on its tail, and the female has a flower petal shape pattern.
I did not even know that, Professor.
I didn't either.
I knew it. I'm just...
well, of course you do,
I don't wanna
Professor.
brag,
you know
but-
everything.
it doesn't say in the Pokedex entries, so that's fair.
Mm-hmm.
We should probably try to pay more attention to the differences between the male and female of the species.
That's
Oh.
probably smart.
Okay, Corbin doesn't want to.
Well,
so
I mean, Corbin can, see himself out.
suck it.
Oh.
That's right.
Suck it!
That's right.
Anyways,
See yourself
continuing
out of
on. Zach says, Eevee has the most mysterious evolutionary line because it is able to evolve based on what stone it touches, or if it evolves during the day with a specific move. For Sylveon, my favorite. That's not me, it's Zach. Zach is saying that Sylveon is their favorite.
That's your favorite, Professor? That's
No.
cool.
Well, I
right,
like
I'll write
Glaceon
it down.
personally. And Umbreon at night. For some trainers, though, they have been able to evolve their Eevees just based on their name alone.
Whoa.
Eevee, yeah, I'm not sure. I'm not sure of the
validity there.
the validity of that statement.
Zach could be lying.
Could be. I don't know. Eevee still has not been fully understood for its evolution to today. I guess it's saying we still don't understand a lot about its evolution. And you know what? That's true for a lot of evolutions. There's still a lot of things we don't understand. We're still finding things like Mega Evolution and Gigantamaxing, which can kind of look like an evolution to some regard.
It's okay, Eevee. I understand you.
But yeah, that does it for this Eevee essay. So thank you so much, Zach. Does he or do they deserve a gold star, Mr. Curtis?
Can
Can I just say you're getting very stingy with those gold stars?
Yeah, it's starting not to feel good,
It's a quality essay. I would say give him that, but it does not mention how bug types are the best types. And
Well, it
how
doesn't
Eevee
need to.
Should have a bug type evolution, but it does not.
Well, no, it doesn't need one.
Okay, I'll tell you what. I'll give him a gold star this time. But next time there better be something in there about Spinnerax.
You don't have to put anything in there about Spinnerax, Zach.
Or
Don't worry
cool
about it.
bugs.
No.
Or bug type Eevee evolution.
Please do not pander to this crazy man.
Yeah, he doesn't deserve it. But you do absolutely get extra credit. So thank you so much, Zach. All right, so that does it for all of the Pokedex entries. I think it's time to move on to the testing portion of the lesson. Who's excited?
Woohoo! Let's go. Time to quiz, putting up my notes, put them up my Rotom laptop.
You know what? You can keep out your notes and Rotom laptops for this. Well, and honestly, you would be keeping out your Rotom laptops anyways if we were doing a pop quiz. But we're not doing a pop quiz. Instead, we are doing a debate.
Oh, Professor.
Which is one of my favorites, honestly. I will remind you all of the rubric for a debate. You must include information we learned in class. You must demonstrate an understanding of the Pokemon's unique attributes and abilities. 3, you must build arguments around proven facts about the topic Pokemon. And 4, you must respond to at least one of your opponent's arguments with a legitimate counter argument. All right?
Of course.
And I think we all know the debate structure, so I'm not going to bore everybody with that.
Please do not.
So, Mr. Curtis, I'm going to let you decide if you would like to go first or if you would like to go second.
I will, of course, be the bigger and the more proficient teaching assistant this week, and use some of that 10-time energy to go second and give Corbin an opportunity to go first.
Okay.
Wow, that's very, very, very big
before
of
I
you.
crush him.
It's very gigantic
Crush him
of
with
you, Mr. Curtis.
Mm-mm.
All right, so then, Corbin,
Yes.
would you like to be for or against the debate statement?
I will be for it.
All right. So, let me give it to you. The debate statement is, Eevee's susceptibility to its surroundings make it an excellent starter Pokemon. All right. So you are for that, Corbin, and Mr. Curtis, you are against that. So go ahead, take your time.
Can you give it to me one more time, Professor? Clean.
Nope. Nope, that's it. If you didn't hear it the first time, I'm sorry, you are out of luck. Okay, fine, I'll give it to you a second time.
Oh, thank gosh, I was so nervous.
Eevee's susceptibility to its surroundings make it an excellent starter Pokemon. Did you get it that time? Was it clean enough for you?
I mean, I got it. I got it the first time because I'm good.
All right, so looks like my students are ready and raring to go. Is everybody prepared? Everybody? Okay. Corbin's growling. I think it was Corbin. It might have been Curtis. It's hard to tell sometimes. All right, so I believe that Corbin is going to go first. And Corbin, you are defending the statement that Eevee's susceptibility to its surroundings make it an excellent starter Pokemon. So you can use this time for your opening statement whenever you're ready.
So, thank you everybody for coming here today. Much appreciated. My argument again is arguing that Eevee's susceptibility to its surroundings make it a good starter Pokemon. And honestly, I think it's pretty straightforward. I think it's great for several reasons. Number one, we talked about the love that you give in Eevee. It's been proven and documented that the love you give it will cause it to evolve, and that's specifically with, like Umbreon and Espeon or whatever. Number one, that evolution via love is a direct indicator of your efforts that you're being a good trainer. It's direct visual, literal biological feedback for this Pokemon that you're doing a good job raising it. And I think, starting off with a fresh Eevee and then being able to give it that love and affection and having it evolve lets you know I'm going in the right direction as a trainer. So it's great, feedback, honestly. And depending on where you another thing is, depending on where you go to train, you will know what type of Pokemon you need or what specific evolution you need and where you need to go to evolve it properly for your journey. So let's say you chart your path for specific gyms and you want to give yourself a leg up against like a rock type gym and a fire type gym. Naturally, you want to try to get a water stone and evolve it into a Vaporeon first. This allows you as a newer trainer to kind of plan better a little bit and to kind of get ahead. You have so many different options of what you could do with this Eevee, because with a lot of other Pokemon that are only single or double typing, they just follow the same line of their typing. Whereas with this, you have 8 different options that you can choose from based on how you raise it. So you can choose how that's going to affect your journey as a Pokemon trainer. And that is my opening statement on
Excellent. Excellent job, Corbin. I think you brought a lot of very good, interesting points. Let's throw it over to Mr. Curtis. You can now give your opening statement, and you can also respond to Corbin's opening statement.
Thank you, Professor, for having me in class today.
I'm obligated to.
And thank you, Corbin, for that riveting open argument. Sorry it's wrong, but thank you for giving it anyway. Okay. To start my argument, I must ask a question. Why do we have this class? To prepare the future Pokemon trainers of this world,
so I can pay my bills. Oh wait, yeah, that's what you were saying. Right.
Of this world, prepare the future Pokemon trainers of this world for the Pokemon they will catch and encounter on their travel. And why do we have to do that? Because they're inherently prepared for the unpredictability of the vast variety of Pokemon. It is along this train of thought that I argue the most unstable of all Pokemon, Eevee is not the ideal Pokemon for new trainers, solely due to the fact solely due to the unpredictability of it. You don't know what you're going to get, and if you aren't ready to control Pokemon made out of, say, pure fire, you may put yourselves and others in danger. This is especially dangerous for young trainers who want to travel, as most of them do, as the change in its surrounding could have also an adverse effect on the Eevee itself, as they are susceptible to the changes in their surrounding. And an unprepared, unseasoned trainer could have the inexperience could be detrimental to the Eevee as it's having a bad reaction. I rest my case there. Also, I do want to respond to Corbin. The love, you even said it yourself. The love that you give it can cause it to evolve. But what does it do? It can evolve into 3 different Pokemon. You can't even predict if by loving your Eevee, which one it's gonna be. Exactly my point. You can't predict, you can't prepare, and for a Pokemon trainer who is inexperienced and has not been exposed to raising Pokemon a variety of types, it could be a disastrous consequence. Thank you.
All right. Excellent job. Excellent response. Excellent opening statement. Mr. Curtis, I think you did a great job at, stating your point. Now it's Corbin has a chance to refute that point and tell you how dumb it is. Corbin, go ahead.
Sure.
You
I'm
can
happy
also
to do that.
use
More
this
than happy to
time
tell you.
to give your closing statement.
Sure. So first of all, in terms of, unpredictable environments, sure, you can encounter unpredictable environments on your journey while you're out in the wild. But there's this device called a Pokeball, and you can actually put your Pokemon inside of it. So if you don't want your Pokemon exposed to the elements, or especially something that is, a little bit, unstable, like Eevee, you could put it just in the Pokeball while you traverse a, crazy environment. Like, let's say you didn't want your Eevee to evolve into a Glaceon, but you were in some sort of ice type environment. Just put it in its Pokeball, wait until it passes. Or you could just keep your Eevee super, super warm or have it near a fire or something. There are things that you can do around its immediate environment to facilitate that. Now, Curtis also stated that you can't predict, in terms of the love and the friendship evolution part of Eevee, you cannot predict what it's going to evolve into with those 3 options. That is factually incorrect. You can. Espeon evolves with high love during the daytime. Umbreon Eevee evolves into Umbreon at nighttime with a lot of love, and then Eevee evolves into Sylveon when it knows a fairy type move, and again with high love and friendship. So those are things that you can plan ahead.
Wow, that's a lot
this
of
allows
information
you at
that we didn't talk about in class that you somehow know.
Well,
Corbin.
guess what?
That's pretty
I
impressive.
cited this.
It is very much dipping into.
This is but it's not. But the thing is, it's not true. It's not true. That's my whole point. It's not true. And yeah. So my point is, this allows you at a very young age, not only just the environments, but the way you raise the Eevee and what stones that you
throw at it,
expose it to, and environments you expose it to, allow you at a very, very early stage in your journey to guide the growth of your first Pokemon that best suits your needs and your journey and what you're trying to do. If you're having trouble at a specific gym that's like a fire type, or like, let's say even a grass type or something like that, you can evolve it into a Flareon and then take on that grass gym. It allows you to get experience fostering that Pokemon, and you don't need to be a seasoned trainer in order to raise an Eevee. It's good for a good, early trainer and a good starter Pokemon because it allows you to have so many different options, and it's just also a friendly Pokemon too. That's just icing on top of the cake. It's really friendly. And I rest my case.
Certainly important for a starter Pokemon for a new trainer. All right, excellent closing statement there, Corbin. Now, Mr. Curtis, you have a chance to make a closing statement. I will say, try to keep it primarily to the closing statement, if you will.
Yes, sure. No, I already got my time to review Corbin. I will just, wrap up with my closing argument here. I have already spoken on the unpredictability of Eevee, but the other obvious reason to keep Eevee out of the hands of inexperienced trainers is, in fact, its rarity. Eevee should be cared for by the most experienced Pokemon breeders, such as myself, to better help Eevee meet its full potential and to rebuild the dwindling population. Thank you very much.
Well, I mean, honestly,
No. It's
well,
done.
if you just give me a second here,
All right, I mean we can, but none of this is we're out of the debate now. This does not count towards the debate.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, all right, fine.
Okay, because So all right, so that's where we stand. Excellent arguments for the both of you. I think you did very, very good. I would have brought Mr. Curtis for you. I would have brought up the fact that, maybe it's a little bit dangerous to give a starting trainer a Pokemon that evolves so easily. You could basically evolve it as soon as you get it, and that might be a little bit too much power for a new trainer to handle.
Right, exactly. Well, my whole argument was, the first part of my argument was the unpredictability of its evolution. I think that still stands. I didn't specifically phrase it the way you did.
No, I think it's extremely predictable. I think you are a little bit misleading on that. It is fairly predictable on how we evolve it. But you know what? That doesn't matter. I give everybody full marks, and
all right.
I think you guys did an excellent job, and I of course will not say who won the debate, who was correct. But if you students at home would like to weigh in, go for it. I'm all ears. I'm all ears to see who you think won the debate, and maybe we can have a debate about who we think won the debate. But that's later on. I think it's time to move towards the end of class. So I said we're gonna do something a little bit special for this class and for Eevee, and the fact that Eevee evolves, here in the Kanto region, in these next upcoming 3 Pokedex entries, talk about these 3 evolutions, and the fact that there's 3 of us, I think it would be very, very interesting to distribute 3 Eevees. Well, 1 to Corbin, 1 to Mr. Curtis, and then I will keep 1. And then we will all...
You mean 1 for you, 2 for me? 0
no,
right?
Don't be selfish.
Because he doesn't have his license yet, Professor.
You know what? That's right, Mr. Curtis. Maybe we shouldn't give 1 to Corbin.
Well, you could sign a waiver. You could sign a waiver that says, hey, this is just for a temporary time. You don't need a license.
All right, Corbin, if you could bring me back a note from your mom that says that you are allowed to, that, she is accepting the responsibility for any kind of dangerous...
I will... bring that note next class. I will take the Eevee now.
Well, no, we'll give you the Eevee next class. But for now, me and Mr. Curtis will have an Eevee, and we will try to evolve it into one of the 3 evolutions that are native to the Kanto region.
Okay.
And we will find out. Mr. Curtis, do you know which one you would like to evolve it into?
Well, a bug type, obviously.
Okay, out of the 3, which is Flareon, Vaporeon, and Jolteon.
I had so many good experiments planned, though, to get it. All right. Well, you know what? I will. What's the most bug-like of the ones that are here? Let's see. I'm gonna do Vaporeon.
Okay, then I will take. We'll see what when Corbin gets what he wants to evolve his into.
Right.
But,
yes.
Mr. Curtis, next week we'll be seeing your Vaporeon and seeing how you have raised it and evolved it. I'm very excited. We know your history with water Pokemon is sketchy at best.
Oh, I don't know if that's a good idea.
But I believe in you. I believe in you this time.
I have a great history with water type Pokemon.
The Squirtle's dead. I don't know.
Yeah, the Squirtle.
I have nothing to do with that dead Squirtle.
I mean, you were supposed to watch it, and the Squirtle is dead.
You drowned it.
We're not even going to talk about the fact whether not you might have been the one that caused that death. They're just saying that you were on watch duty, and it's dead now.
It's dead. It's gone.
But that's history. Let's talk about the future. If you would like to get in contact with me, the professor, there's a variety of ways you can do that. In fact, if you look at our description, you can find out all those ways. One of those is Gmail, one of those is Twitter, and the other is our Patreon, which is patreon.com /WWO Pokemon. And there, if you subscribe, you can get a bunch of really cool features, and you can check that out. I'm not going to say them all right now.
Including full access to our Discord, which you forgot to mention.
I didn't mention any of them. We're talking. Oh yeah, sure. Discord is another way to talk to us. But only if you're a Patreon. I mean, you can still look at it if you're not a Patreon. But if you want to talk in chat, you gotta give us $1.
Yes, you're the whole Patreon.
We are the highwaymen standing outside of our Discord saying, hey, you gotta pay $1 if you want to pass through.
You gotta give us $1 to talk to Mr. Coitus.
Also,
That's right.
Another interesting thing in our description is the correct spelling of Mr. Curtis. So
right.
if you are sending us Gmail asking if you're spelling Mr. Curtis's name, no, don't listen to him. He's lying. But if you're sending us a Gmail asking us if you're spelling Mr. Curtis correctly, hey, you can just look at it. It's right there, spelled correctly on our description.
It's happened probably 50 times. I don't know how it keeps happening.
Mr.Qurtys.
No, it's Kurtis. It's in the description of the whole class on Spotify Gone.
It's actually spelled Spinarak. That's how you spell Mr. Curtis.
Okay, all right.
That's how you spell it, but it is pronounced
Mr. Curtis.
Mr. Curtis.
Also, give us a rating on Flapple Podcast or Spotify Gone. But that's enough. So until next time, class is dismissed.
Welcome to the World of Pokemon as part of the Pokecasters Network.